7 people remain in the hospital today following 2 separate shootings and a stabbing overnight, all happening just a few blocks away from each other in Rochester's East End. The victims' ages ranging from 12 years old to 40. Dawson Levan joins us in the studio to break down the details on how all the chaos unfolded. Dawson.
Yeah, Deshaun, just after midnight, RPD says officers were working nearby for the 4th of July celebrations when they heard gunshots coming from East and Alexander Street. When they say 2 shootings appear to be connected, adding over 50 shots were fired by the suspects during this incident. Now, one neighbor I spoke with lives on South Union Street, where part of the shooting happened, and he tells me he couldn't believe this act of violence came so close to his home.
Happening in Rochester is one thing, but happening like right, 100 yards from where you live, that was intense.
Once on scene, RPD found 3 victims between 12 and 18 years old with gunshot wounds and a 16-year-old with stab wounds. Shortly after, they found 4 more victims who had been shot on East Avenue near South Union Street. Peter Henderson says this used to be a quiet neighborhood and violence like this didn't happen.
It's always been fine, but when the sun goes down, so that's usually when things go down, and that's the hard part.
RPD was able to find 2 suspects, 28-year-old Janelle Williams and 29-year-old Larry Dillon, as well as a 17-year-old driver in separate traffic stops. All 3 were found with firearms, and the 17-year-old was in possession of a ghost gun with an extended magazine. Peter says this scares him, and he doesn't want people coming to his home now.
I have nephews, and I want to have them over, and it's like, it's one thing when I only have to think about myself, but, think about if I want to have friends, family, or other people over, it does make me consider the area.
RPD's Captain Bello says officers had applied a tourniquet to 2 of the victims, which he says may have been their saving grace. He adds having young kids out and about late at night can be problematic, and there should be stronger supervision.
We had a robust detail in place for those fireworks, but at the same time, this is 2 hours later. It's time to get your 12-year-old home. It's time to get your 15-year-old home, your 16-year-old home.
But there are still many questions to be answered, Bello says, and with multiple victims, he says this could be a lengthy process.
The obvious question becomes, what was their involvement in the shooting? And that's something we're still working on. It's a lot of people to debrief, a lot of people to interview with the victims. So our detectives from both our criminal investigation section and our major crimes unit are both working this case and are both working on it. And Rochester Mayor Malik Evans released a statement this morning saying, quote, "This is precisely why I maintain a gun violence state of emergency. Despite the continued efforts of my administration and our law enforcement partners, we still have individuals who continue to obtain and use illegal guns on our streets," end quote. This is still a developing case, and we will bring you updates as they become available. For now, reporting, Dawson Levan, News 8.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand. Plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.